We're going to rein in the bureaucracy when I'm president, because I think it's out of control. It's not something that's responsive to the American people and even the results of elections. You have folks that are unelected, unaccountable, and they have an agenda, and they're pursuing that agenda. And that is not something that is good for our economy as a whole, and it's certainly not something that's good for the agriculture industry. We also need to go and look and just see, where is our economy going? What's the fiscal posture of this country? In Florida, we've shown, people will show the national debt clock, I think it's in New York City, always going up. So we're now $34+ trillion in debt. And I've asked, can they do a debt clock for the state of Florida? Because if you did, it would be counting down, not up, because we're paying off debt at a record rate. Washington has done it in the total opposite way, where this debt keeps mounting. The inflation that we've experienced is largely as a result of federal government borrowing, spending, and printing so much money. And so they don't necessarily face the repercussions in D.C. You're paying more for everything that's going on. So we need a change in direction in that, but you got to have a president that's going to be willing to lean in and push back against the amount of money that they're spending in Washington without any type of accountability. And that's why, I'm a big believer that you need structural reform in Washington, because the incentives are what they are, and they're likely going to continue to produce the same thing. That's why I'm a supporter of term limits for members of Congress. That's why I'm a supporter of a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution. I've got to balance the budget in Florida. Iowa has to balance its budget. Why does Washington get a pass? I'm supportive of a line item veto for the president, so you can veto individual spending items and get the budget back in good shape. So these are all things that we're going to pursue working with the states when we get to Washington. I know it's going to be cold on Monday. I was here last week, and I was in different parts of Iowa, and it was like 25, 28, 30 degrees. And I'm just like, look, I'm a Floridian. I usually don't handle. I can handle this. This is no problem. 28 degrees, especially with not being windy. Yeah, bring it on. No problem. As soon as I started saying that, they started producing the weather report for what it was going to look like this weekend and in the Iowa caucus night. And I haven't ever experienced negative 15 degrees in my life. So I actually had to go back to Florida at the beginning of the week to give the State of the State address, just like Governor Reynolds had to do here. And when I flew back, and I actually do have a winter coat, believe it or not, to go over the suit. It's pretty nice. And I left the winter coat in Tallahassee. So they're now doing an operation to be able to get that winter coat up. We've also I've got the scarves, I've got different things to be able to cover up, because they tell me it's like, you can go and if it's like 20 degrees, you may be able to just hack that being out there. But once it gets to be negative, and with the wind chill, just your exposed skin, it really, really starts to do. So we're going to be loaded for that. I hope people turn out in big numbers. I know it's not easy. I'm asking for your support on caucus night. We have an opportunity to take this country in a very positive direction.